Hey, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us today. This is Leah Bales with this 30-second calm. And one of my favorite ways that you can activate your inner calm in 30 seconds. You may have noticed sometime a little child who is really distraught, even having a temper tantrum, a very, very upset, kind of almost out of control. And if she puts her thumb in her mouth, she goes to that place of bliss. Well, I actually call this technique sometimes, the nickname for it is 30-second calm, but the nickname for it is adult thumb sucking. And the reason for that is it has much that same powerful and even quick effect that thumb sucking does for little kids. And so the thumb sucking actually is quite brilliant. It's an amazing way that children just instinctively, intuitively are calming themselves down. And we all need that. Now, for most adults, especially in public, we would feel kind of silly if we were sucking our thumbs. So what I'm going to show you does not actually involve sucking your thumbs, but I call it that because it is so effective and it has that much the same brain effect, much the same effect on the nervous system that a child does. So when you think of a child doing that and how quickly they get in that bliss state, you can do that too by practicing this. And I call it the 30-second calm, not because I'm really into instant fixes, because obviously you're not going to do it once for 30 seconds and have a whole lot of effect on your life, but you may well feel the first time you do it a positive effect. And I know that that positive effect can get bigger and bigger and bigger the more you do it. I love it because it's super simple. It's portable. You can do it anywhere. I know some of you already do it. Some of you already know it. And maybe this will encourage you to use it more in more places. I have a list of some of my very favorite places and ways and times and situations to use it. You can get that list on my Facebook group. I'd love to have you join my new open Facebook group, We Are More Community. I'm gonna have lots of resources there. In the next day or two, I'll put that PDF there so you can look at that. Also a lot more resources to help you thrive in your body, your mind, and your soul as you expand into your fullness and as you do what you're here to do in the world. We Are More Community on Facebook. So what is it? What is this 30-second calm technique? It's a hand position. A hand position along with a way of breathing, a super simple way of breathing. In yoga, we talk about mudras, hand positions, and the mudras are various positions, like here's a really simple one, the prayer position or the namaste position, that direct energy to the body. The direct energy in a certain way. Different mudras have different effects on your mind, your body, and your energy system. So this, the namaste or prayer position is used around the world for prayer, for bringing ourselves into that center. Sometimes people do it this way. We know the mudra of this, like, yeah, go for it. That's it. Good. We know what the mudra of a clenched fist feels like. There's an angry energy. There's a powerful, forceful energy. Someone comes to us with a fist like this, feels very different than a fist like this. Those are both mudras that we know from our everyday life. So I'll teach you this 30-second calm mudra, and we'll play with that, and then we'll talk a little more about how it works, where it works, and then we'll layer it. We'll go back in and do a little more with it, with how we breathe with it to make it even more powerful. If you have questions, you can message those to me, email those to me, or you can go in the We Are More Community Facebook group and we can have a discussion about it there. That would be fabulous. First of all, here's how to do it. One hand, the thumb extends. The second hand wraps around it, kind of like it's a handlebar. You just wrap around, not too hard. You don't want to squeeze too hard, but just gently. Feel the warmth. Then you extend the forefinger of that second hand, and the first hand fingers wrap around. Let's shake it out and do it several times because it seems simple, but over and over people tell me, oh, I thought I remembered that and I got home and I couldn't do it. So let's do it a few times so you'll have it in your body and your mind. One thumb extends, doesn't matter which one. Other hand wraps around extend the forefinger of that second hand and wrap the fingers around. Let's shake it out and do it 2 more times. Thumb, fingers wrap, forefinger extend. So it's right there in the palm. The fingers wrap around. Good. Shake it out. We shake it out and bring it back to help your body and mind remember. Forefinger, fingers wrap around. And this time, just let it rest in your lap. And wiggle your shoulders a little, let your feet be settled on the floor, and you can close your eyes if that's comfortable, or just let your eyes be softly focused and just feel your breath flowing in and out. And allow your awareness to shift from your eyes and your head and your thinking mind right down into your hands. Just feel them. We're not clutching. If you squeeze too hard, it hurts and it's not as effective. So just let your hands rest there and feel the warmth. There are lots of nerve endings and lots of energy flows through the hands. So they're very, very rich with sensation. So as you let your awareness rest here, you can just feel the sensation there in the hands. Feel the warmth. Feel your breath. If your mind wanders, just very lovingly bring it down again to feeling the sensation, the warmth, the tingly, maybe the feeling of comfort there in your hands. And just notice for 2 or 3 breaths what you feel. If it's not comfortable to close your eyes, just let them be lightly, softly focused. And then let your eyes open. Now we're going to add more to this in just a moment. Very, very simple, just a breathing and a way of a gentle movement. But notice if you felt anything positive from that. If you didn't, no worries. It's not like you have to get it immediately. I'm almost certain you will. Now, nothing's right for everybody. So if it didn't feel right for you, there are lots of other things you can do. Sometimes if people have a huge level of anxiety or trauma, they might need to shake out a little first, come down. If they've had lots of trauma in their life, then sometimes they need something else before they do this. So if you need support with that, let me know. I can refer you to a resource, or I can give you some suggestions. For most people, just even doing a little bit of that may have a little bit of positive effect. If you feel a little more warm, a little more calm, a little more here, that's a great beginning. I use this all the time, all day long. I use it to fall asleep. In fact, I've created this. I've developed it from something that I learned a few years ago when I was having a terrible time sleeping. And it was called the Sounder Sleep System. A wonderful, wonderful system. And they use, as many of us do who work with relieving stress from the body mind, with micro movements and with breath. And we'll add that micro movement in just a few minutes. So I'm really grateful to that system. I've adapted it. I use it a little differently, but I use it to help me sleep. My clients use it to sleep better. I use it when I meditate. I use it when I'm in a difficult conversation, and I'm wanting to listen better and I'm having a hard time listening, and it can, instead of yelling or running from the room or getting defensive, helps me get into a place where I can listen better. I have, again, a whole list of ways and times you can use this at the We Are More community Facebook group. Love to share that with you. A few years ago, I was teaching this to a group in a hospital setting with people with chronic pain. And after I taught this, a man came up to me afterwards with this amazed look in his eyes. And he said, "I'm not hurting. I'm not having pain." This man had been in pain for decades, serious pain with his neck and his upper shoulders. He'd had a lot of surgeries, 25 or 30 surgeries, and none of them had relieved the pain. And after doing this for a few minutes, he had no pain. Now, it was just a few minutes. We don't expect to do something like this for 30 seconds or even 10 minutes and have no pain forever. However, what that showed to me was that this was a really effective method for him, and that if he chose to do it regularly, he could almost certainly dramatically reduce his pain level. And I've seen this happen again and again. Tension level, pain level, anxiety levels can be dramatically reduced with this. It's like a shortcut for getting into that place of who you really are: calm, creative, compassionate, courageous, letting the tension go and getting to that inner calm where you have your deepest power. That's what this allows you to do. It works because it helps connect. We connect the right and left side. We're connecting the hemispheres of the brain. A very large part of your both motor cortex and your sensory cortex, parts of the brain that affect your movement and affect your sensing, your feeling, are devoted to the thumb. Who knew? If you look at a diagram of all the parts and where they relate to the brain, the thumb is a really big part. It's disproportionate. So when we're squeezing the thumb, when we're having that gentle connection and feeling it, we're working with the part of the brain that's connected with it, and it sends this deep relaxation response through the body. So powerful, powerful way that it works. From a mudra point of view, in India, in the more yogic thinking, we think of it bringing a certain, we're channeling the energy channels, the energy frequencies through the body. We're guiding the energy. And this one particularly is a deeply, deeply calming place to go. We're allowing the energy to help us calm down and come into that deep inner power. So let's try it again. This time we're going to add the layer of breathing. A while ago I asked you to notice your breath. We don't need to force it, don't need to count it or make it do anything. But as you breathe in, you're just going to gently, slowly, slowly, slowly squeeze. And as you breathe out, you're going to gently, slowly, slowly, slowly release. Now it's imperceptible. You're probably looking at my hands, don't even realize I'm squeezing. It's not like a huge movement. It's very slow, it's very soft. It's a micro movement, which again is super powerful for relaxing your mind and your body and your whole being. So we're going to, as we inhale, we'll slowly, gently squeeze, and as we exhale, we'll release. We'll also add the powerful tool of imagination. As you exhale, I'll ask you to just imagine and feel that all the tension is draining away from your body. So let's play with it. Again, one thumb extends, the other hand wraps around, forefinger extends, fingers wrap around, not too hard, just very enjoyably, comfortably let that rest in your lap. Feel your breath flowing in and out. Let your eyes close if it's comfortable, or just let your eyes be relaxed and soft. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your easy breath flowing slowly, softly in and out. Feel the warmth of your hands. Let your attention just drop right down into your warm hands. And slowly, as you inhale, slowly and softly, squeeze, not too hard, just slowly and gently and pleasurably. And as you exhale, slowly, easily, pleasurably release. And then just breathe normally without trying to do anything for a breath or two. Just let your breath flow in and out and notice how you feel. Hands are relaxed, breath is easy. And then on another inhale, very slowly and gently, squeeze. And as you exhale, slowly and gently release. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Let another breath or two just flow without doing anything. Just notice your whole body. your whole being. Just feel. And then as you breathe in, gently squeezing. And as you breathe out, slowly, slowly, slowly releasing. Feel your breath, feel your body, and just notice what you sense, what you feel. Notice any little thing that has begun to shift. Maybe you feel more warmth, more ease, more spaciousness. Notice what you feel. Feel the room around you, and as you're ready, letting your eyes softly open. If you have any questions about it, be sure to send me an email, message me, let me know. You will, the more you do this, the more easily the benefits will come, the more fully you will enjoy it, the more it will do for you. And it will be something that you, in less than 30 seconds, just like a child, putting her thumb in her mouth, going into that bliss land, in less than 30 seconds, you'll begin to feel effects. And the more you do it, the more benefits you'll get. I do it many times every day. I may have mentioned this earlier, but last week I was in the dentist office for 2 hours. I did it continually, made a huge difference. I don't like dentist office, probably most of us don't, but I tend to get a lot of anxiety there. It helped me stay calm and in that really restful place where I was having nice daydreams and imaginings. You can use it so many different ways. So I am so grateful that you're joining us. Would love to have you join us in my We Are More community Facebook group for more practices and inspirations and support to help you become more of who you really are, more of who you came here to be, and to allow you to do what you came here to do with ease and joy and grace. Thanks so very, very much. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Leah. It was very effective.